4.9 FM. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 10 a.m. The platform, the pinnacle of all discussions.
Yes, indeed, it is the first official work day of the week, and today is the 20th day in the month of December 2021. Thank you very much for joining us this morning on the platform. The pinnacle of all discussions, still part of our morning show, the one we call Morning Spice on the Flow of God's Own State. Flow 94.9 FM. Of course, we deal with those issues for you. We dissect them with the help of our analysts and panelists in the studio so that you can make better decisions in the nearest future. You're welcome on board. My name is Michael Oni. This morning we're talking party politics. So much has been said, especially in the social media space, about a particular political party, African Democratic Congress, and what is going on about this party. What is this party emerging? Is this party an emerging political force in Abia State? Why is this party coming up at this time? Of course, when the politicking is on, despite that we are in the Christmas season, the festive season, that has not stopped politicking, of course, ahead of the 2023 general election. Joining me this morning in the studio is the Abia State Chairman of ADC, African Democratic Congress, Don Norman Obinna. Glad to have you join us. Good morning to you and welcome to the platform on Flo FM.
Thank you, Oni. It's my pleasure to be here once again.
All right. Fantastic. Glad to have you join us. One will be asking African Democratic Congress, what about this political party at this time? Is it about 2023 general election?
Well, funny enough, when we talk about ADC, African Democratic Congress, people tend to believe that African Democratic Congress is a new party. African Democratic Congress is not a new party per se. It might interest you to know that as of 2015, the African Democratic Congress had about 5 House of Assembly members, constantly poached by the PDP. So as it stands now, African Democratic Congress has 1 House of Rep member from Kogi State. His name is Leke Abajide Leke. Yeah, he's from Kogi State. And we have Cephas, who was elected Benue House of Assembly member. In fact, it must interest you to know that he became House of Assembly member at the age of 23. So he holds the record as the youngest serving House of Assembly member in Nigeria. And in Oyo State, I think we have about 17 elected councillors. So you can see that ADC is not just a new party. Why do we have these young people in ADC? We have them simply because it's our ideology, to bring in new, young, fresh blood into politics. And that is what we intend to achieve in Abia State.
Okay, you've said so much about ADC outside Abia State. We're so concerned about Abia State. The party is just emerging in Abia State. Will you agree with that?
Yes. The ADC emerged Abia State because of one reason. Because we've never had it so good with governance in Abia State, and we have a docile, or let's say compromise opposition political parties in Abia State.
Okay.
Now, how do you explain the fact that you have a party called APC that is embedded with the ruling political party in Abia State? Since I was born and now I'm old, I have never heard or read a communique from ADC condemning
ADC?
From APC. From APC condemning the pernicious policies of the ruling party. I have never seen ABGA do same. So what is the essence of having an opposition party if they cannot hold government accountable? So the purpose of ADC in Abia State is simple. Our mission is very, very simple and clear. It is to galvanize the people. It is to create awareness. It is to hold government accountable to society, especially in Abia State where we have irresponsible government. So it is a duty of a opposition party to galvanize the people and present an alternative party. And the ADC is a credible alternative party because my story. For example, let me use myself as an example here. you know, my fight with Abia State, government over their how do I put it now? Their insidious, not insidious, pernicious policy. Their crass abuse of power, stealing of public funds. That led me to have confrontation.
Those are allegations, anyways.
It could be allegation to you, but I will prove it at the course of the program.
Okay.
Now, that's brought me, face to face with the state government, and culminated in my emergence as the African Democratic Congress chairman. Of course, Obinna, Don Norman, and in the wheels of steel, simply means that ADC will definitely take over government.
Okay, we're going to get to the point of docile opposition that you said, but with what you highlighted being the mission and maybe the statement of the party, is it about the face-off with the government in power?
It's not about the face-off with the government or the power.
Okay, maybe you should run us through your vision and
what will I be talking about? A dead horse. I cannot control flogging a dead horse.
African Democratic Congress.
Yeah, let's talk about African Democratic Congress.
Okay.
Yeah, I think ADC, like I said before, ADC was funded by prominent statesmen, women, and nationalists. And ADC was duly registered by the INEC, Independent National Electoral Commission, on the 3rd of March 2006. Formally, before the registration, we were known as Alliance for Democratic Change.
Okay.
So it was during the registration that ADC, came to the forefront. Now, there's a vision. What is the vision? The vision is to re-engineer a political party system that is free from dominance by wheeler dealers, political elites, money bags and godfathers, through transparency and accountability, as well as propagate inclusion and diversity of values for women, youth, diaspora network, and persons with disability. That's our vision. Then our mission is to consolidate Nigeria's democracy beyond flawed elections, political historics, and theatrics, and usher in superpower economy, just and resilient institution system and process for a more egalitarian society. Now, what I'm trying to say is this: it's if you look at our mission and vision, you see that it's in tandem, or they're in tandem with ADC's philosophy, which is the not too young to run policy of the federal government. Like I highlighted earlier, we have the youngest serving House of Assembly member in Nigeria today. So the mission of ADC in Abia State is to bring in youth, intelligent youths, because the present government in Abia State has actually radical governance. They brought governance to mediocrity level, where you see people without certificates, where you see people abolus or sit urchins, where you see people who has no value at all occupying sensitive positions in Abia State, where you see people on the queue, they favor these people, these illiterates, low lives, against cerebral people. I'm coming.
Is that not the marketing the state government, when you say people that are in government, when you call them names like that?
When you have evidence to prove it, when I have evidence to prove it, let me tell you, don't forget the fact that I am a journalist.
Okay.
I investigated most people in government, and that they have questionable certificates. Even most of them don't even have certificate. For 7-10 years, they deceived us that they attended social university and social university. It was conspicuous in their Facebook pages. But today, they put those things down because they cannot actually substantiate the fact that attended those institutions. So when you have people, impersonators, who cannot defend their certificate, the school they attended, occupying sensitive position, what do you expect from such government? So what we intend to do in ADC is to bring cerebral people, young, vibrant men who have this desire to serve the state, who have who will bring innovation to bear, who will challenge their contemporaries outside the states. It is a known fact that Abia State is lagging behind when it comes to governance. That is why you see people go to Kaba's house with cola, cows, chicken, goats, beers, to kneel down before a certain cabal and say, "Sir, we want to contest for governorship of Abia State." That is why you see youths who will kneel from Eastgate to government house, simply because they want to become local government chairman or SSS, That is why you see people that goes to the house of some cabals to break melon simply because they want to become senator. These are the things we are going to stop in Abia State as ADC, because we are going to give people equal opportunity to contest the election and win elections. So in ADC, you're not going to see anything. There's something like cabal, godfather. We don't have any godfather in ADC. What we have, our godfathers are the battered youths, the civil servants, the pensioners, the Abia masses. So ADC is a party for Abia people. If Abia people want change and they want a party that can never be subservient to the ruling political party in Abia State, ADC is the party to be. And if you have to actualize our dream, our impulses for change, ADC is the platform.
Interesting. If you just joined us, it is the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions, right here on Flow 94.9 FM. First edition for the week. Of course, the program runs every Monday, every Wednesday, and also every Friday, right here on Flow 94.9 FM. We're discussing party politics. Of course, African Democratic Congress. We're talking to the chairman of the party in Abia State, Obinna Don Norman. Of course, looking at how the political party is emerging as a force in the state. Now, you've talked about. You said you classified the opposition parties in the state as docile. How do you intend to break into the polity in Abia State? Recognized are PDP, the parties that are recognized, PDP as the ruling party in the state, APC, and I think ABGA. And during election period, we hear so much about SDP. If you want to face the fact, ADC is new to Abians, how do you intend to break the polity and make this party known to the people?
Okay, let me quickly start by saying that the earlier Abia State people realize that PDP represent death, and if we don't deal with them faster, they will kill us, the better for all of us here. Now, for me, PDP shouldn't even warrant our conversation here, because it's a dead for me.
PDP is the ruling party.
I am coming. It is a mandate given to them.
If you want to take over power, if your party wants to be reckoned with, you have to also think about PDP. PDP is the ruling party. PDP has governed the state for several years, and you cannot do without the political party without when you are making your plan. So how do you intend to break this polity?
Well, there's something we call delegated authority.
Okay.
Delegated authority is that vote which we gave to them for the past 22 years and counting for 24 years. PDP is a letdown. PDP as a party has become a letdown to the party itself and Abians. Now, when you traverse the street of Abia, say for example, you look at the dirty and pitiable nature of Aba, the nondescript nature of Umuahia, and some other rural, environs in Abia State. That is what PDP can offer. The state of Abia State, as you are seeing it right now, is the best PDP can offer us. The non-payment of salary, owing people to 30-month salary areas, pensioners. That is the best they can offer us. Now, how do you explain a party that engineered the death of over 600 pensioners as of 2018? And if infinitesimal assignment like payment of salary shouldn't be celebrated in the media in the first place. So the earlier we do away with PDP, for me, I see PDP as a dead horse. There's no need flogging a dead horse. What we are going to do in Abia State is our mandate, a delegated authority which we give to them. So we are going to take it from them and return it to the masses. And the only way we can return this power to the masses is through the ADC. Because I told you, no, hold on, sir, I told you now that we have political parties in Abia State, opposition parties in Abia State that are in bed with the PDP. Now, what am I saying? The reason I want to say it here loud and clear, because this is me, I don't know how to generalize this critter. This will be not, I go straight to the point. Now, the reason Ale Soti was not able to become the governor of Abia State or realize his ambition to become Abia State governor in 2015 and 2019 was because you have a compromised chairman who is a PDP mole. How can you realize ambition? I'm coming.
Of which party now?
ABGA. I'm talking about ABGA. Now, how do you believe that a man who has an intention to become a state governor will actualize such ambition, having moves around him? Now, are we going to talk about APC? You cannot come from my mouth, but because of who I am, it will come here. APC is just an extension of PDP. These are the men
in Abia State.
Yes, now in Abia State, the governor of Abia State, from 1990 to 2007. was a PDP member. In fact, Chomen, 99% of them are PDP members. So the question is this: what did they fail to do in PDP that they want to achieve through the APC? So we cannot continue, control romancing failures. The truth of the matter is that if Abia must move forward as it is right now, ADC is the platform, because you have a chairman who derives his strength from the masses, a chairman who loves the masses, a chairman who is friends of the masses, a chairman who share the same sentiment and ideology with the masses. So the only way, since power belongs to the people, ADC is that platform through which Abians will realize their ambition, elusive ambition.
Mr. Don Norman Obinna, I want to quickly ask you, politics is grassroots, and one will be asking the question, since you are just emerging in Abia State, although you have elected officials outside Abia State, since your party is just emerging in Abia State as a political force to reckon with, like you mentioned, one will be asking, are you grounded? What about the structure of the party? How will you be able to put up the structure before the next general election? These are some of the questions I believe those that might be interested in your party will like to ask you. It is not. It goes beyond reeling out what you have on ground. But then, how do you intend to break the polity? These parties that you've mentioned, and also the opposition parties that you mentioned, that they are extension of the ruling party in the state, they have structures on ground.
What do you mean by structure? Structure is just human beings. The word structure is human beings. That's answer your question. But before I answer your question, let me quickly say that by my coming to this studio today, I have dissolved every any party structure of ADC, if at all we have in Abia State, and I'm calling for the validation. It is an opportunity for Abians to come to number 30 Azikiwe Road, Umuahia, for registration. Registration has started. Now we call Abians of goodwill, Abians who have the desire for change, Abians who want to see Abia State take its rightful position, to come to number 30 Azikiwe Road, and anytime from this week or after Christmas, and come for the registration. Registration is just 500 naira. Now, in terms of ADC being on ground, my intention first is to put ADC before the people. This is one of the things we are doing right now. Let people hear our voice and know that we are on ground. Then secondly, we intend to visit the whole 17 local government and set up local government structure. We are looking at zonal local government chairman. I want to have a chairman from Abia North, a chairman from Abia Central, a zonal chairman from Abia South, and we also have to want 17 local government chairmen that will represent ADC from all the 17 local governments of Abia State. They will have the secretary, we have the ward chairman. I think we have about 184 wards in Abia State. So we intend to have about 184 ward chairmen in Abia State who will pilot the affairs of ADC in this local government and wards. And I want to also tell you that we have started something in Obingwa. After Christmas, I think I will be going to Obingwa to inaugurate the ADC interim local government. And the next is Ikuano. We'll be going to Ikuano to do the same thing. Don't forget that Umuahia North is my local government. I cannot joke with this local government because it is a local government I believe I must deliver Umuahia North, South, and Ikuano to ADC. And that is a promise. I will definitely
what you've listed this morning on the program, and of course how you intend to break through, of course have your party well known with the structure on ground, requires a lot of finances. One will be asking, who is bankrolling the party in Abia State?
I know that I know that this question will come here, but let me quickly say something. I represent those that know Obinna Don Norman too well will know that I am a very resourceful human being.
Okay.
I believe in loyalty, but my loyalty must not be slavery. So at no point in time in my life will I be subservient or allow myself to be controlled by some certain cabal because of their money. For now, I want to keep those behind ADC, at the back of my chest for now.
So are you accepting that you are being bankrolled? If you say you're keeping them behind and you do not want them known now,
as I speak to you,
there are some big names behind.
Leave the names. As I speak to you today, the day I emerged ADC chairman, I received call from abroad. a lot of people that will shock you called me and, registered their happiness, their intention to become member of ADC. But what I want to say is this: it is not about becoming a member of ADC. What do I have to do with a PDP apologist in the ADC? Or what do I have to do with APC apologists in the ADC? The most important thing for me right now is to have people who share the same ideology with me, the party ideology, those that love the emancipation of Abia State, those that love, our liberation, those that share our collective aspiration as a people. And that is why I told you that for me to have some people bankroll the party, I must first and foremost present ADC to Abia masses, and that is what I'm doing now. I will say that I want Abia masses to bankroll ADC because it is a party for them.
Okay.
It's not party for money bags.
I will take you on the bankrolling issue later on. I will continue because I'm not satisfied with your answer yet, Mr. Don Norman Obinna, the chairman of ADC. But let's look at the issue of PDP apologists in APC and ABGA that you've mentioned according to your allegation this morning on the program, the platform on Flo FM. Are you saying that those that are presently in PDP, ABGA, and APC are not welcomed in your party?
That's what I'm saying. There's a difference between a PDP member who's selling, desire change to come and join ADC. I'm talking about PDP most. Let me give you an example. Okay. I will call them now. I will call names because that is my nature. Now, in 2015,
I will allow you to back your calling of names.
Yes, of course. Now, I don't.
It's
yes,
very
of course.
important so that you will be held by your words.
Yes, put me anywhere now.
Let me just distance whoever you're calling. I will distance Flo FM.
Okay, let us forget about the name calling then.
Okay.
Because you requested for it, you want to know everything, and I'm ready to give you everything you want to know today.
Those are your thoughts.
Okay.
They are your thoughts.
So you have accepted the fact that you don't want to hear.
No, you can go ahead.
And you dissociate your station from it. Okay. In 2015, for example, I was part of New Telegraph editorial team.
Okay.
I came down to Abia State to cover PPA's aspirants and candidates in Abia State. And Chikwe Udensi happens to be the PPA Guba candidate as at that time. When I came in, I realized the first thing I realized was that he had no media team on ground. So aside doing my job as a journalist, I also fit in to take most of his activities.
All right.
At the 11th hour, the man who came and gave Abia State hope stepped down at the 11th hour and even had the temerity to give me money to go to Love FM and announce that the rumor about him stepping down was not true. So he deceived me and deceived Abians. Such a person cannot be trusted. I say it on air and I will repeat it anywhere because that is who Don Norman is. Now that is aside. Now, you cannot tell me, you've been in Abia State for a very long time. You cannot tell me that you don't know that they send most to party to hold tickets, take up some certain positions, and at the end of the day, they frustrate the party's ambition and, pave way for a real democratic party. You cannot tell me that. In fact, a lot of people never knew that ADC contested election in 2019 in Abia State, and a certain man was the ADC Guba candidate in 2019. So what happened? At the eve of the election, they could not release tax for aspirants, as candidates. There was no agent anywhere. ADC didn't do anything. The party was circumscribed and in favor of the ruling political party. That is what I want to stop. When I was arrested in 2019, for example, I was arrested on your Flo station here by Abia State government.
I can remember that.
Now, what happened?
Inside the studio.
I spent 8 weeks in prison. All through the time I was in prison, there was no communique. There was no, this thing from the opposition parties in Abia State. In fact, I supported Alesoti in 2019. Alesoti is the only person that came to visit me in prison. ABGA never made any statement. APC never made any statement. In fact, they left me, they abandoned me in prison. Now the question is this: if they are truly opposition party, if they are truly behind the people, why would they abandon a man who raised his voice against the ruling party in 2019? Did I steal? I didn't steal. They abandoned me. Nobody cared to know what happened to me thereafter. I spent 8 weeks in prison and I spent over 1 million naira, 1.4 million naira, because unless it is a brought 700,000 naira. And I spent over 1.4 million in that. When we have opposition parties in Abia State, none of them came to visit me in prison. They never came. Now the question is this: why will you support and trust such a position to galvanize the people and make them believe that they are behind them? When I was in prison, I met people who, some APC members and ABGA members, who were victim of victimization, and they remain in prison. As at the time I left the prison, nobody came for them. So I'm trying to say, when you have a compromised, body masquerade as opposition party, that is why it's been difficult, very difficult for Abians to dislodge the PDP.
Okay.
It's not as if, no, hold on, don't cut me short. It's not as if the PDP, Abians didn't vote for PDP in 2015. Abians, in fact, let me tell you, the election result in 2015 and 2019.
That's according to you.
No, I was a
INEC.
stakeholder.
Okay.
I was there. The 2015 and 2018 election was written.
That's according to you, but according to INEC, at the official statement released,
no problem.
And even after the court has decided,
that is what we want to stop in other states.
PDP was voted.
That's what we want to stop in other states.
2019.
We want to stop it in other states. Whether voted or not voted, what I'm saying right now is that the wishes of Abians must be respected this time around. So the ADC came to let the Abians know that we will protect their votes. We are not going to sabotage their efforts. In fact, we are not going to become mold, in the hands of the PDP. We are going to present our party to the people. We are going to run, with their vision. We are going to run with their mission. And what is their vision? Abia State people desire change.
Okay.
That is what we want, and there must be change come 2023, whether anybody likes it or not.
All right.
This is not a bragging. I am saying it because I'm a part of the system. I belong to the masses. I know, and I'm speaking the minds of Abia people right now, that we need change in Abia State. And until we get that change, Abia State, we continue to fight until it happens. All
right. It is still the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions, right here on Flow 94.9 FM. We're talking party politics, of course, speaking with the chairman of ADC, that's African Democratic Congress, of course, an emerging political force also in Abia State. We're speaking with the chairman of the party on the ideologies of the party, and talking about the Congress of the party and governance in Abia State. We'll take a break now quickly. When we return, I would like to ask you your romance with Dr. Alex Oti. He's a stakeholder as far as the polity is concerned in Abia State. And there is this rumor, when we finally get to react to that Dr. Alex Oti is among those bankrolling your party, or is the sole financier of your party, the ADC. So much has been said about that. We take a break, and when we return, we continue the conversation this morning on the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions.
Wait, guy, when you hear 10 gigabytes data plus 100 free minutes and SMS, how much do you think it will cost?
Man, like 10K.
Nah, bro, it's just 3K.
That's right. Sharing comes with its reward on the Airtel family plan. With just 3,000 naira, you enjoy 10 gigabytes data and 100 free SMS to share with up to 5 people, plus 500 MB bonus for each of you. Simply dial *141# or visit www.airtel.com.ng to begin.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
All right, thank you very much for staying tuned. Still the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions, right here on Flow 94.9 FM, Monday edition. The 20th day in the month of December 2021. Even as we're counting down to Christmas, that is not stopping the politicking ahead of 2023. Of course, we're talking about the African Democratic Party, speaking about the ideologies of the party, talking about the governance, the role of opposition, of course, in keeping the ruling party in check in Abia State. And we've been speaking with the chairman of the party, Obinna Don Norman. Of course, he's the chairman of the African Democratic Congress. Now, let's continue the conversation this morning. Your romance with Dr. Alex Oti. Now, I remember the last time, that was in 2019, when you got arrested right here in this studio. You were speaking about the person of Dr. Alex Oti. He was then a member of the ABGA, All Progressive Grand Alliance, and then unfortunately you got arrested and of course ended up in the prison. Now you're back. Now you're coming at this time to talk about ADC. There are crises in APC as we speak, issues of factionalization, especially right here in Abia State. Now some critics and some followers of events are saying that maybe this is a way of Dr. Alex Otti bankrolling or trying to get away from APC, run away from the crisis, and have a party of his own where he can control things. I don't know how you want to respond to such allegations and, of course, issues.
Anyway, by my training as a journalist, I'm a trained journalist. I was trained not to be reactive. I'm always a proactive human being. So I wouldn't base my argument on people or rumor. Business rumor. Alex Otti is a personal friend. And he knows that I'm ADC party chairman. If he wants to win election, become a state governor, he knows that with me and ADC, he will realize his ambition, elusive ambition. So I will leave that to Alex Otti. Anytime Alex Otti indicates he has ever indicated his interest to run for governorship election in Abia State, once he does that, he knows how to contact me. He knows my contact. I also have his contact. So
okay.
It's a personal relationship that exists between me and Alex Otti. I have also such relationship with people like Nana Waf and this man, Professor Greg Ibe. Now, why did I support Alex Otti in 2019? I supported Alex Otti in 2019 because I have this great conviction that he was the best in 2019. Now, Alex Otti, a first-class economist with such an enviable record behind him, has everything it takes to rescue Abia State from the chasm that we find ourselves right now. You can only compare Alex Otti with an individual like Chukwu Masoludo of Anambra State. Then also look at Greg Ibe, a professor of entrepreneur. He still has what it takes to put Abia State in place. I love cerebral people. It has what to do with these things I've mentioned right now. So what do you intend to do in ADC is to give people that are credible, people that are capable, and people that have electoral value, people that Abia State people who love to vote. I don't need to have somebody that I will begin to go from house to house like Jehovah's Witnesses and say, please, so come and vote for this man. I want to present, ADC wants to present a candidate who will be a sellout. We know where they are. We know they will have 1,000 of them in Abia State. So what we are doing right now is to wait, do what we are doing. Any one of them who wants to become governor outside the APC and PDP knows where to come, knows where to find us at number 30 Azikiwe Road. That is, by the way. Now, let me answer your question. Let me also elaborate further. Why should any right-thinking man who has the interest of Abia State at heart would want to go to PDP to contest election? Now, because even if you're a very good man, this PDP is so messed up right now that the system will swallow you. Now, that is why look at Okeze. Dr. Okeze passed for a fine brand, very intelligent man and everything, and look at how the system swallowed him. The PDP has ridiculed him. That is what PDP will do to every man. I have my reasons to say that. Now, let me give you an example why we shouldn't be talking about PDP. It's our mandate. In fact, they are enjoying this privilege, and I want them to understand they are enjoying the privilege we give to them. It's not as if it's their power. The truth of the matter is that a party that got 52.9 billion naira as FAC allocation in 2019 and got 32.9 billion as JAC, that's local government funds. When you add this together, it gives you 85.007 billion in 2019 as FAC allocation alone, FAC and JAC allocation alone. And in that same year, 2019, we made a budget of 140.2 billion naira. We have a recurrent expenditure of 68.7 billion naira and capital expenditure of 71.4 billion naira. Look at the fraction. We recurrent expenditure we eat 68 billion naira, and we present just 71 billion for infrastructure. That's recurrent expenditure, capital expenditure. Can you go to Abia State now? Show me, traverse the nooks and crannies of Abia State and show me where you will find a genuine 1 billion naira project ongoing in the state. This is a party that receives so much. In fact, even as I did our IGR was 14.7 billion naira. That was what Abia State government presented as a budget. And funny enough, every parastatal in Abia State, was captured in this budget, and they did not pay salaries. Where did the money go to? These are the questions we should be asking. Now, in 2020, for example, Abia State got 48.8 billion naira as FAC allocation and got 30.8 billion as JAC allocation in local government. Now, and they presented a vast budget of 102.6 billion naira. Now the question is this: I ask the question: if you total all these these funds for 2019 fund, I don't want to talk about 2021 because I'm still working on it. 2019 and 2020, Abia State got 164.7 billion naira in FAC allocation alone. I didn't even include the 14.7 billion that they got in IGL in 2019. Now, after making budgets, capturing all these parastatals, MDAs, what you have agencies, why did you not pay their salaries? Why didn't you pay salaries? Now they have gone to borrow money. PDP have gone to borrow 18 billion naira. It's not this in Abia State alone. Peculiar to Abia State. Every state receives 18 billion naira. As at December 31st, 2020, Abia State debt profile was 128.8 billion naira. That PDP borrowed. After receiving this fund, our debt profile rose to 128.8 billion naira. Now, when you check this loan, it simply means that every Abia citizen owes debtors or lenders 42,000 naira, 42,600 something naira. That is what Obinna Don Norman will pay. That's what Abia people will pay, even the civil servants. Now they came on air last week to celebrate paying workers 2019 salary. For example, HMB was paid 2019 salary. Their 2019 salary. What did they tell them? They told HMB that we are going to pay you only basic salary. That we are going to remove the add-ons and the what do you call them now? The add-ons and the this thing.
It's a deduction.
Deductions. They are going to, no, they are going to pay them their only basic salary. They are not. They are going to include these add-ons and all these things. Allowances, all those stuff. They are not going to include them. Now the consequence of this is that a man who receives 500,000 per annum as a salary will end up getting 200,000 naira. You are stealing from the workers and you are celebrating it. That's why I said the earlier Abia people realize that PDP represent debt, the better for all of us. Because I don't know how you explain this thing. I don't know. Okay, now they have borrowed 18 billion. When you add 18 billion to 128.8 billion we are owing already, it gets to almost about 140 something billion naira, and that increase the debts every Abia citizen owe lenders. That means Obinna Don Norman will be paying 60,000 naira. Some since you work here, you see your salary man, you will be paying 60,000. That is what PDP government has done to us. That is why I am saying, and I keep saying that we do not have any business with these people. They find it easy to lie. Why are they lying? Going to stations to say we have done that, we have done that. You don't need it. Your work will speak for you.
Okay.
The better be so they've impoverished us on Nilmi land. They've impoverished us. Don't put politics on this. Allow me to talk.
I'm not stopping you from talking.
They have impoverished us so much.
We also have to throw the lines open so that people can.
They have impoverished us so much that every other man, when you hear PDP, run away. When you hear them, run away. I have come to present a credible political party where I just can actualize their aspirations as a people. Thank you very much.
Interesting. All right, you can be part of the conversation this morning. 0808 182 6949 or 0811 605 2949. You can also drop messages on 0906 510 8289. It is the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions right here on Flow 94.9 FM. Hello, good morning to you.
Morning, Michael Oni.
You're welcome. Good morning.
Thank you. Obinna Don Norman, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, my name is Owakwechi Debere Obinna Don Norman. It's very unfortunate that after eating from the same pot, you're trying to say that pot that fed you is no.
Oh.
If you can call back, we will appreciate. If you can call back.
He's a black man. I don't know what he means by eating from the I've never become I am not a PDP member. I've never become PDP member before. Okay, I don't know. Probably has to call back and explain to us what he means by
all right.
Eating
if
from
you can
pot.
call back, we appreciate. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, Michael.
You're welcome.
Good morning, good morning, sir.
What's his name?
Good morning.
I remember Mr. Prince Willow from here in Omonachobo.
All right, Mr. Prince, you're welcome.
Honorable Bean, I'm very grateful on your openness, the way you are speaking. May God bless you on that capacity. Now, equally, my question goes to you, my Honorable Obinna. You had already told us that you were arrested in this particular station a time ago. I would like to know why you were arrested, and has there been any lesson from that arrest made to you during a time ago? Equally, I thank you for your openness. That's my thing. God bless you.
Mr. Prince, thank you. think we need to note the questions so that you can answer them at once. Hello, good morning to you. Welcome to the platform on Flo FM.
Thank you. Good morning.
You're welcome.
I greet that sweet and outspoken man in the house. I greet him.
Very much.
Yes, my name is Excellent. I'm calling from Olimo.
All right.
Yes. The man has said it all. That is what I love. Proverbs 51 says that a wise man is as bold as a lion. That is why the man there is as bold. Despite what they did to him. And the man he mentioned, you know that he's the right man to lead this very thing. So to fish out people that have been dealing with us. Okay, now, one of the sister stations, now just 1 hour ago, his son was there. He was telling us that they gave them 12 months, that they are giving after 7 months, 5 months, from now to 7 days. While the people there that confirmed that have not been received 1 month, pardon, you was not alive. They are doing internal lies. Why are they? My parents are pensioners. My parents are going to receive 10 people. That's not doing any alive. That is why came one of the sister stations and saying the right thing. He was fired. Just 30 minutes after now somebody called now, somebody attacking the man in the house. Why are they attacking? Because they are benefiting from this government. And now the government has been dealing with us. But I know that when the position takes place, you see, some of them will run away.
All right, Mr. Excellent. Let's get others.
When I feel gave ruling, some of them run away. Because they thought that it is from the government of this state. They run away. And something like that will happen.
All right. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. Let's get more reactions on the phone lines. 0808 182 6949 0811 605 2949. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Michael.
You're welcome.
Good morning, the chairman in the house.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
I so much delight on what you are saying in this station this morning. My name is Engineer Sam. I'm calling from Abia ADC.
All right, engineer.
Journalist and the chairman. You know, there is an English that says that it's better to be said than to be done. We carefully listen to you, and just like I was discussing with one of the stakeholders in the state on the 20th of last month, and I asked him, how do you want to redeem this state? This state is in the state of, I don't know the adjective to qualify the state. It's just a dead state.
Okay, that we can't call Abia such name. It's very important. All right.
I withdraw the statement.
Thank you.
So, but I know that the PDP is dead party. So
that's your opinion also.
What is the manifesto and the plan to redeem Abia? Because in Abia now we don't have ADC. We don't have him in anywhere. In Abia we don't have him. In Bende, in Ohofia, in this Abia North, we don't have anything called ADC. How do you think to establish these places? We'll be interested to redeem this state from the hand of the killers. Thank you.
All right, thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. Hello, good morning to you. Welcome to the
platform.
Good morning,
Michael. My name is George.
All right, George.
I'm from Alabama.
All right.
And the studio has said it all. Here in Abia, we have cycle fans everywhere, both as commissioner, all of them.
Okay. I wouldn't allow you to call the commissioner's names. Very important.
Once you say the truth in Abia, you see all of them calling on radio stations, blackmailing people, siding for the government. This is bad. Sir, in the studio, continue your good work. God will be with you and protect you in Jesus' name.
All right, thank you for sharing your thoughts with us, George. Hello, good morning to you. Hello? You're welcome. Hello? Good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you very much. I greet the man in the studio.
Good morning.
You see, The problem of Abia started from periods. People don't want to tell the truth. He embezzled all the pension funds to get to Abrus to be managing Abia. And gradually they kill her. Anybody that wants to speak the truth to them and pound on you, like the prison that Obinna, for God's sake. See, we each time Abia decide to speak the truth, Abia will change. I'm telling you honestly. And if you can get a man like that, let him come. I'm from Ecuador. Come, I will follow you. People who now want the truth, they were dispersed by Abu. When you eat money, they cover it. If you want to cover it, they kill you. I'm telling you honestly. Why should we be hiding all these things for a long time? Please.
All right.
Take a step to revive.
Thank you.
Honestly.
Thank you.
People got bad government.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. Hello, good morning to you. Welcome to the platform.
Good morning, Mr. Speaker. Good morning, to the studio house.
My name is Michael. Good morning.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Michael. My name is Emeka Koma. I'm calling from Abia.
All right.
I'm so delighted with the speaker in the house, Honorable. And he made some certain revelations, and I hope Abians are listening. And we are in a very state, about the worst thing. Kukulan, that's what we call Abia now. The state we are today. He said something that I caught my mind. Dr. Okezi Pazo, before he was sworn in as the governor, when he was campaigning, back then in 2013, he was at Macbeth Hotel. I was there present when Abia doctors, dignitaries came back from US doctors, for their medical trip. Dr. Okezi Pazo came in there. He spoke very well. I'm from Arochukwu, as a matter of fact, but Dr. Okezi is from my own clan. He spoke very well that everybody submitted to his ideas. He gave us so many ideas. But just to come here now, I will tell you there is no worse place than Abia State. The hellfire that is being preached that you hear of is in Abia State. That's the current state here now. This is a hellfire. Anybody talking about anything hellfire is making a mistake. So I want to join my voice with other Abians who are clamoring for a change. As a matter of fact, that is why you see most people here calling for Biafra. It's not as if we're calling for Biafra because Biafra. We're calling for Biafra because we have no other hope. The politics here have just destroyed everything. No future for our children, no roads, no school, no good health care, no support from government, no nothing. But just what? Well, sorry, I don't want to go that far.
All right, thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. We do appreciate. Hello, good morning to you. Welcome to the platform on Flo FM.
Hi, Kelly.
You're welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My dear, thank you so much because to my mind here, in fact, I don't know what to say again. Please help us out from this kind of PDP. Abia State was not created because of PDP. Nothing is even moving. Look at Capita is just like a local government in every state. Please, we don't know what to do. I'm crying. Please convince my principal Alex Oti to join you. We all will come there. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. Let's get more reactions. We're also live on Facebook. We have comments there. You can watch the visual version of this program on our Facebook page. Ezekiel Eldvins on the Facebook page says, Good greetings, gentlemen in the studio. Happy New Week to you. The emergence of ADC in Abia State is a welcome development. We just hope the stakeholders of the party don't start having rancoring trust issues, division, and misunderstanding amongst themselves, just like the APC members witnessing in Abia State today, because a house divided against itself cannot stand the test of time. Much love, Flo FM. Uche Wright says, there is no argument. Honorable Obinna Don Norman is the best party chairman in history in Abia State. Check the list of PDP, APC, and Abia State chairmen, past and present. Check their antecedents, academic qualifications. Then you will understand me better. Kudos to ADC for giving Abians the best party leader Okereke Church Hill, okay, thank you for sharing your thoughts. Emmanuel Ruben says, good morning, gentlemen in the studio. ADC as a party coming to Abia State, we see it as a way of breaking free from the shackles of bondage of the PDP as a party, and we strongly believe with Don Norman at the helm of affairs, and we believe there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Now, you can respond to some of those issues as stated by the callers, Mr. Don Norman Obinna, ADC chairman, Abia State. Where were you arrested? The lessons learned. Then your romance with PDP, I think Wakwechi Debere couldn't pull through again. So
I will answer him.
Okay, definitely. So you can respond to those questions.
Debere, this question answer is directly to you. I don't know where you got your information from. I have been a journalist all through my life. I have never delved into politics until today. Until this time around that I was announced the ADC chairman. The least I did was becoming an immediate advisor to Senator Theodoji from 2016 to 2017 when I left the New Telegraph, and I was his media advisor. A media advisory role is not a political office. Mine is to see what goes to the media, how it is presented, and stuff like that. That is it. I don't know. I am a member of the ADC. There is nothing to celebrate about the PDP that will make me want to be a member of the PDP as of today in Abia State. Thank you very much. Then somebody wants to know why I was arrested. I was arrested by the agents of the demon in Abia State because
we can't use such statements.
Okay, I was arrested. Okay. I was arrested because of my criticism of Abia State government. The then Commissioner of Police, CP Enokon, decided to play politics with the realities on ground, and they came to the studio. It was there, you can Google it. Journalists arrested on Flo FM. I was arrested because of my stand on Abia State, because of my belief that Abia State is not, properly governed, because of my belief that the people should have a government that can be loyal to them. That was why I was arrested. What are the lessons learned? The lessons learned is simple, that I have decided not to, speak only on social media, on newspaper, back of newspaper pages. That is what prompted my action, my decision to become a politician. As we speak now, the lessons learned is that they forced me into politics, and as far as I'm concerned, I have realized that the only way you can effect this change positively is, becoming an active participant, and that is what I'm doing right now. Thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Don Norman Obinna, I want to really appreciate you for being part of the platform this morning on Flo FM. Thank you very much. And your message for Abians?
My message for Abians is very simple. I'm going to sing it. It's so simple. And I will say it the way it is in my mind. It simply goes like this. PDP, Anyala Wala PDP, Le, Anyala Wala PDP, Abia Wala, Anyaga Piso, Nozo. It's very simple. Abandon them. Let us go to the ship and deliver the state. I'm sure our founding fathers, our progenitors will be happy anywhere they are this morning that something great and good, innovative is coming to Abia State after 24 years of suffering.
All right, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Many thanks to my producer, Samson Eze, and the guys behind the visuals on our Facebook page, Stanley and Chinedu. Do enjoy the rest of your day. Merry Christmas to you, and stay safe. My name is Michael Oni.